And hello and good evening. Welcome to the ballpark at America First Square. It's time for OKC Comets here on 1340 The Game, 1340thegame.com. On the iHeartRadio app, Daniel Voiles with you here at the ballpark at America First Square. The producer and engineer, the YouTuber back at Oklahoma City. Comets are taking on the Salt Lake Bees. They are the AAA parent club of the LA Angels. I'm going to explain about this decision in just a second. We're playing a triple header, and I'll explain why in just a minute. Let me see here. As my thingy is not showing up the records. Comets are 26-10 in the second half. 26, or no, they are, Bees are 19-17 in the second half, 56-55. Comets are 26-10 in the second half, 64-47. We're playing a triple header. The reason we have WWE content that's coming out today. That is why we are finishing these three. We're going to have 3 games for y'all today. And we're finishing the 6-game set here in the ballpark in America First Square, which is why we're doing a triple header, which is kind of rare, but you know what? Oh well.
And now, your Salt Lake Bees.
Weather for Game 1, 65 degrees, clear skies, winds blowing 14 miles an hour. The center field, Rusty Valentine, Jerry Hillsdale, Kenny Jensen, Mike Fillmore are your umpires for this game. Starting as Tyler Bremer for the Bees. His 9th start, 3-1 record. It was originally supposed to have been, if I pull up look back at yesterday.
Leading off tonight,
Austin Gauthier, 266 average, 4 homers, 13 RBIs. That's right. First pitch is called for a strike underway here at 6:36. It was supposed to have been.
No!
Actually, correction, it was Tyler Bremer. It was supposed to have been somebody else, but that person got moved. There you go. 1-2 to count. Low ball 2. So you're getting 3 Comets games because we got a special weekend. This weekend being SummerSlam, and I want to get Raw, NXT, and SmackDown done today, which is why we're doing a triple header. There's one away in the top of the first. I'll bring up James Tibbs III. As the Comets are wearing, we'll talk about the jerseys in just a second. As the defense for the Bees from left to right goes Matthew Lugo, Bryce Teodosio, and Gustavo Campero. Third baseman is Jamer Candelario. Shortstop is Donovan Walton. Adam Frazier is at second base. First baseman is Tucker Flint. And the catcher is Matthew Nelson. One away for James Tibbs III. First game of 3 today. Called for a strike. 266 average, 16 homers, 36 RBIs. So, again, for those that are not aware, due to the fact that this weekend is a big weekend, we're going to have Raw, NXT, and SmackDown today, as that's found away, which is why we're doing all 3 of these Comets games now, because we want to be done with the, as that's a pop-up to center field. Center fielder there will make the catch. 2 away in the top of the first. We'll talk about the jerseys in a minute. We're trying to get this series done. That way we don't have. That way it's not conflicting with SummerSlam that I got to do tomorrow night. 275 average, 19 homers, 48 RBIs for Ryan Ward. He bats left. So that's why you're getting all three of our games, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, on this stream. Because this weekend is SummerSlam, and I want to do SummerSlam tomorrow, which also means I am postponing Air Force and Nevada to Monday. Yes, to Monday. As that is fouled away. So that is why the decision was made. So, yeah. It's a ground ball to the shortstop, throw to first, and that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go to Comets. We go to the bottom of the first, and it's no score. Comets in their Seattle Azul jerseys. It is a blue jersey. Seattle Azul across the front in white script. Oklahoma City inside the feather. Orange numbers on the front. White numbers on the back. Gray pants. Justin Robleski's fourth start on rehab because of his struggles. White, light blue, orange hats, light blue brims with a white CA on the front.
Leading off here tonight,
Nico Cavadas, 243 average, 16 homers, 30 RBIs. Haven't seen Nico Cavadas in the series. It's called for a strike. B's also wearing their Copa jerseys. 1 for 4 with a double yesterday. Excuse me. Actually, correction, he played yesterday. Salt Lake in their black and pink jerseys. It's a black jersey with pink. We'll get to that in just a second. 1 away in the bottom of the first. Ryan Ward, Zaire Hope, Ryan Fitzgerald from left to right for the Comets defense. Third baseman, Alex Freeland, shortstop. Noah Miller, second baseman, Austin Gauthier, first baseman, Matt Gorski, to catcher, Griffin Lockwood Powell. So it's a black jersey with pink sleeves.
the second baseman,
ABE Jayas across the front in black lettering with orange and teal and pink outline. Teal numbers on the front. 259 average, 7 homers, 41 RBIs. Teal numbers on the back. White pants. Black hats, pink brims. Black and white hats, teal brims. With the Copa logo of a beehive on the front. Over the first, 2 away. Both teams will wear their regular jerseys for the other 2 games. Donovan Walton, 283 average, 9 homers, 34 RBIs. So again, we are doing a triple header to make sure that I get Raw, NXT, and SmackDown out before SummerSlam, which, by the way, is a 2-night affair. I have announced Air Force and Nevada has been postponed. It will be played Monday. Part of a doubleheader. The Air Force gameplay will happen today, but a start time on that has not been announced. It may be also moved to next week. More than likely going to be moved to Wednesday. We'll have to figure that out, so stay tuned on my post, and I will make the announcement when that will be rescheduled. But Air Force Nevada, that was scheduled for 7:45, will now be postponed until Monday at 1 p.m. Central Time. So if we don't have a game of the week or Sunday Night Football, it's due to SummerSlam that I'm going to have released out this week. Called for strike 3, that one in the first. 1, 2, 3 go the Bees. Both teams down in order. We'll start the second in a no-score affair. Great crowd on hand here at the ballpark in America First Square.
Leading off for Oklahoma.
264 average, 21 homers, 56 RBIs for Alex Freeland. I'll be live for my SummerSlam at 7 at 8:05. That ball is gone. Alex Freeland has homered his 22nd time this season. Comets in front, 1-0. Check swing for a strike. 331 average, 15 homers, 51 RBIs for Zaire Ho. Here's a foul ball. A fly ball to right field. Right fielder there will make the catch, one away in the second.
Batting sixth, the first baseman, Matt Gorski.
278 average, 20 homers, 57 RBIs for Gorski. One nothing Comets here in the second. There's two away. Which also means we will also figure out when we will do our game of the week for MLB. 324 average, 19 homers, 47 RBIs. More than likely, the Cleveland Guardians will take on Detroit on Monday. A first pitch has not been announced. Swinging a fly ball to deep right field. That's going to bounce off the wall. Fitzgerald rounding for second. Throw is not in time.
Batting eighth, the catcher, Griffin Lockwood Powell.
I'll bring up Griffin Lockwood Powell. So a lot of stuff we got coming up on the channel, so we hope you'll join us tomorrow from MetLife Stadium, home of the Giants and the New York Giants and the New York Jets for SummerSlam. Our show will begin at... We're going to set it for a 9:45 start tomorrow night. 295 average, 2 homers, 5 RBIs with OKC. So 9:45 start for SummerSlam. We will begin at 9. We'll have our countdown show starting at 7:30, leading up to our SummerSlam in New Jersey, as that's found away for Griffin Lockwood Powell. And also with Sunday Night Football now postponed until Monday. And I will explain to everybody, we were supposed to have this game, and I'll explain to everybody for the reason why the Air Force Nevada game would be on Monday and not on Sunday. A swing and a miss, strike 3. But 1 run on 1 hit. Or actually, no, run on 2 hits and a runner left, excuse me. We got to the bottom of the second of game 1. Comets are up 1-0.
Leading up for the B.
Jamer Candelario at the plate, 258 average with 19 homers, 50 RBIs. Wrobleski only did 11 pitches. We're going to more than likely have a bullpen game. May just put Justin Wrobleski on the bullpen. Low ball 1. Or send a couple of players down to Double-A Tulsa. We'll see. Swinging a ground ball past the third baseman Freeland in the left field for a base hit.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, Gustavo Campero.
Gustavo Campero. Both teams will wear their regular jerseys for the final 2 games. So again, we will have Monday Night Raw, NXT, and Friday Night SmackDown this afternoon. We are not going to have any college football games today. 237 average for Campero with 5 homers, 35 RBIs. He bats right. Of course, it didn't show the RBIs and all that because it kept showing the runs for some reason. That's called for a strike. So double play comparison into.
That's a ball.
That's a ball. For the first, not in time. Almost tried to steal second, but would have been caught anyway. 1-2. Called for strike 3, went away in the second.
Batting six, the left fielder, Matthew Lugo.
Matthew Lugo was at the plate. Found a way for Matthew Lugo. First time we've seen him in the series. 245 average, 5 homers, 21 RBIs. His last game was back on Sunday. Final 3 games of the series. Final meeting between these two teams. That's fouled away. We'll say toodaloo from this series for good. Acquired from the Red Sox in 2024 to the Angels. Swinging a ground ball past Miller in the left field for a base hit.
Batting seven, the center fielder.
We will be back on Tuesday
Docio.
as Bryce Teodosio is at the plate. Just came up from Double-A. The second for one. Throw the first in time to end the inning. No runs, 2 hits, and a runner left. Double-A Rocket City. Bryce Teodosio was that. We go to the third. Comets are up 1-0 in game 1 of this triple header.
Leading off for
231 average, 6 homers, 28 RBIs for Noah Miller. He bats left. That's a base hit. Gonna head off the wall. Miller will stop at second for the double play.
Now batting, the second baseman, Austin Gauthier.
It's Austin Gauthier. Popped up to deep center. Center fielder there will make the catch. Tag the third, not in time.
Now batting, designated hitter, James Tibbs III.
I'll bring up James Tibbs III. If for any reason we don't do the 3 games on one string, we'll make it into 2 so we can finish the series today. And I'll explain it in a brief detail. So I'll be like, welcome back. James Tibbs III retired his first at bat. That's called for a strike. And before the YouTuber says, well, why are you doing 3 games? Read what I said in part 1, then they would explain why we're doing the 3 games. So, I mean, I know he'll be questioning that, but to be fair, there's a good reason behind it. There's 2 away, but that will allow a run to score, so it's a RBI for James Tibbs III. Comets up 2-0. Ryan Ward's at the plate.
No, that's
Inside ball 1. Justin Wroblewski will be more than likely called back up to the Dodgers. Ground ball over the first, now in the inning. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors and none left. Bottom of the third, Comets are up 2-0. Comets lose this game, they're going to lose the series regardless of the final 2 games.
leading up for the B.
265 average, 7 homers, 28 RBIs.
Tucker Flint.
Called for a strike. A 1. Swinging a blooper, and there's one away in the third.
Batting ninth, the catcher, Matt Nelson.
The Nelson to third average with 1 homer and it's 8 RBIs. Low ball 1. Out of the way. Check swing for a strike. There's a pop-up to right field, and that's fouled away. So for those of you who are just joining us, there's a line drive that is caught 2 away in the third. Comets and Bees are finishing their series tonight. Called for a strike.
That's out the corner.
And that is the inning. So nothing for Salt Lake in that regard. We go to the third. Comets lead 2-0.
Leading off for Oklahoma City, the third baseman, Alex Freeland.
Alex Freeland leading off the top of the third. Fouled away. Or heading to the fourth, excuse me.
That's the ball. Now batting, the center fielder, Zaire Hope.
I'll bring up Zaire Hope, 1 away in the fourth. Called for a strike. I see Reno just released their 2027 schedule. That's a base hit for the second. In their second. So the hitting streak continues for Zaire Hope. So it looks like the 2027 season will start March 26. Of course, Oklahoma City is going to host Reno right before the All-Star break. That's interesting. Swinging a fly ball to center field. We'll talk about the Comet schedule in a minute. 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder Ryan Fitzgerald.
Ryan Fitzgerald. Wonder if the Comets have released the schedule. So we now know next July holiday, the Comets will now host Reno the final week after the All-Star break. Which is kind of interesting, to tell you the truth. 0-2. So Sean will host Reno, which is kind of interesting. We're going to fly ball to left field. That ball is off the batter's eye and gone for a 2-run homer for Ryan Fitzgerald. 20th on the season. And the Comets have a big lead of 4-0. So it looks like June 15th, the Comets will head to Reno, which is kind of expected. But the Comets wouldn't host Reno to like what? 1, 2, the third series in the second half next year. So this time next year, we'll be already in that span. I think the Comets will be on the road starting that's the inning as the Comets get 2 runs on a couple of hits and none left. Bottom of the 4th, they're up 4-0. So that's an interesting schedule for Reno next year. Going to Round Rock, which is interesting. So even if there is a lock in an MLB, well, we'll find out more details as the 2027 schedule comes out, as we got a challenge from the Comets. Calls a return to strike 3, barely clipped the zone, so the Comets retain their 2 challenges, 1 away in the 4th for Donovan Walton. So Reno, the first one to release their schedule for next year. Has anyone else released their 2027 schedule? If they have, would love to go out on the East Coast. As you look at 2 hits already for Robleski. Jamer Candelario. We'll see what happens. That's the inning. Nothing for the Bees. We go to the 5th. Comets are up 4-0.
Leading off for Oklahoma City, the shortstop, Noah Miller.
Ground ball over the first and one away in the fourth.
Now batting, the second baseman, Austin Gauthier.
Swinging a ground, line drive to center field for a base hit. So now you know a couple of key dates is that the Comets will now host Reno in the second half compared to the first half, which is kind of interesting, as Gauthier has already extended his hitting streak to 15. That's going to be interesting, talking about next season's schedule for the Comets.
Now pitching for the Bees, number 47.
Trey Gregory Alford, who got the win last night. So yeah, going to be interesting. Out for a strike. Got a challenge from the Comets. Ends overturned the ball one. That's 1-1. Comets still have their 2 challenges remaining. Fouled away.
Runner.
That's going to advance the runner to second on a wild pitch. That's 2 away, and the runner will stay put.
Now batting, the left fielder, Ryan Ward.
Yes.
Out of the way. On for a strike. 0-2. Next pitch. Swinging a fly ball to center field. All the way to the wall will make the catch to end the inning. No runs, a hit, and a runner left halfway through game 1. Comets still lead 4-0.
Leading up for the Bees, the right fielder, Gustavo Campero.
That's called for a strike. So it's going to be interesting next year. On for a strike. So we know Reno will play Round Rock to open their season next year, as that's fouled away. I know the Comets last year were on the road, so they'll more than likely start on the road next year. Where we're going is to be determined. Foul to fly ball to right field, and it's foul. So it looks like our home opener will be that Tuesday, which we'll be excited to be welcoming. So now we know the two Reno series. So one will be in June as usual, our lone trip to Reno. But then the hosting Reno will now be after the July holiday next year, which is big key. You can get your tickets at OKCComets.com. Also, I'm curious who we're going to get for the International League. Who we're going to play against. Last year was Memphis. This year we traveled to Charlotte. I would like to get us a road trip for an International League and a home team series within International League, which would be nice. Just my opinion. Don't think that will be a problem. As that was not what I asked you to do, you stupid thing.
Now batting, center fielder, Bryce Teodosio.
Yep. Bryce Teodosio. No walls and a strike. Been really liking the International League playing a PCL team from time to time, and love going on adventures and all that.
That's a ball.
It's called first ball. I would love to go to Buffalo or go to St. Paul, which would be nice. Maybe go back to Omaha. We haven't been to Omaha in a long time. Like 2020 was the last time I got to call a game in Omaha, and Iowa, and Nashville, and Memphis. Would be a nice change for once. And no throw to plate, one away in the fifth. They would have been out anyway.
Tucker Flint.
That'll be it for Justin Robleski. So he did a good job retiring the batters he faced. Now bring up Edgardo Enriquez.
Enriquez.
So the run will score. It's a sack RBI. 4-1 Comets in the fifth.
Now batting, the catcher, Matt Nelson.
Up. Ball.
Found a way. That's the inning. So a run on a couple of hits, no errors, and a runner left. Headless 6. Comets are up 4-1. Give you your game summary to this point.
Leading off for Oklahoma City, the third baseman, Alex Freeland.
Alex Freeland at the plays. We start the 6th.
Foul ball. Ball.
Suter and Perdomo warming up in the Comets, or in the Bees bullpen, excuse me. Gonna be interesting if you ask me. Down low, ball 2.
Now batting, the center fielder, Zaire Hope.
Zaire Hope at the plate.
Now batting, the first baseman, Matt Gorski.
It's fouled away. That's a base hit, so the Comets are getting a lot of luck here tonight.
Now batting, right fielder, Ryan Fitzgerald.
found a way. That's fouled away. You know, everybody always talks about, you know, of course, band camp's already started this week, so. As that strike 3 to end the inning. No runs, a hit, and a runner left. Bottom of the 6th. Comets are up 4-1.
Leading up for the Bees, the designated hitter,
Nico Cavadas.
Cavadas.
5 pitches for Ricardo Enriquez, who will remain in the game, and that's a challenge for the Comets. And the calls confirm it was high, so the Comets lose a challenge, down to 1 remaining.
Now batting, the second baseman, Adam Frazier.
Adam Frazier at the plate, 1 away in the 6th. I remember when I did band camp for high school, I was nervous, I was excited, you know, I had to go to practice every night,
The batter, number 8, shortstop,
you know, to get better.
Walton.
And it felt really long for my freshman year because, let's see, didn't matter what time first hour started, we had to be on the field at 7 a.m. As that's called for a strike, as you look at the manager for the Bees not having a good night. But I remember marching in a uniform which I felt like it was 400 degrees with the sun baking down, a black hat, which when you're marching it starts getting wetter and wetter, as that's going to end the inning. 1, 2, 3, go the Bees. We go to the 7th. Comets are up 4-1. 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for OKC. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for the Bees. Griffin Lockwood Powell, strikeout and flyout.
Lockwood Powell.
Really enjoyed it. I also enjoyed all the games on the road. We wore our uniform, and it was a lot of interesting deals. On first strike. Of course, it didn't matter, as that's found the way. It didn't matter what time we had to be there and what our schedule was. The fact of the matter is it's high for ball 1. The fact of the matter is we were up at like 6 a.m. It's a line drive to right field. That's a base hit. But we were up at 6 something. Had to be on the field at 7 a.m.
Miller.
Excuse me. That's Noah Miller 0 for a strike. 1 for 2 of the double today in game 1. I remember after my first game, I was hot, I was tired. A nice cold drink. And that's a base hit. Of course, it was a lot of fun. I mean, all 4 years of my high school. The part that really sucked was As the first pitch is high. Challenge for the Bees. Remember, they still have their 2 challenges remaining. And it clipped the strike zone, so the Bees retain their 2 challenges. So it was a lot of expect the unexpected, as you say. You know, marching in the heat, marching in, like, let's say, 95 degrees with a heat index of like 105. You're just melting as that bounces off the pitcher over the first, not in time. That's going to be a hit, and the bases are loaded. Bounced off the pitcher's arm. He tried to pick it up, and Gauthier was safe. That was a base hit. Already the bases loaded, nobody out for James Tibbs III. Found a way. So that's been very good. By the way, Oklahoma City, with their loss, they have lost first place of the second half to Sugarland. So it could be El Paso Sugarland, but we still got a lot of games left to go. First strike. No matter what, the Comets would like to get a winning season. That's a fly ball, foul. It would also be interesting if we're going to have four-game series with the Express. High ball 1. One, 2. Side ball 2. So it was a lot of fun doing marching band. Of course, what people don't know is that when you're done performing, you take that hat off, you feel like you're a football player. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 away in the 7th. And I remember taking that uniform off, all sweaty and all that. Want to go take a shower. On first strike, yeah. Wearing a black... The crazy part is when I went to D.C., wearing a black uniform with a black plume, a black hat, black gloves, black shoes, black trousers, and that will score a run. So a sack RBI for Ryan Ward, and it's 5-1 Oklahoma City in the 7th. That was a lot of fun. Alex Freeland takes us back to the 2nd inning. Comets lead 5-1 in the 7th. Never will forget that moment. 300 average with runners in scoring position. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, that one in the inning. So 2 runners left on for the Comets. No 1 run, 3 hits, 2 left. We stretch here in Salt Lake. They're at the ballpark in America First Square, 5-1. Now Blake Triton, the new pitcher for the Comets.
Leading up for the Bees, third baseman number 3, Jamer Candelario.
Jamer Candelario leading off the bottom of the 7th. Final stats for the pitchers. We'll start with the Bees. Tyler Bremer, 4 1/3 innings, 4 runs, 6 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. For the Comets, Justin Robleski, a run on 4 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts. Kind of surprised he did not walk anybody. Edgardo Enriquez, inning and 2/3 scoreless. Blake Triton, the new pitcher for OKC, called for a strike. I know our Tuesday starters will be in the final game of the series. We already knew that. So I'm going to strike 2. First strike. One away in the 7th.
Now batting, right fielder,
Gustavo Campero. More than likely, I'm going to start doing triple headers to finish up the baseball season.
Nope, that's inside.
Out of the way. Out of the way. Yeah, never forget being done after Washington, D.C., hugging my uniform, saying the final time I got to wear it. I started getting tears in my eyes, emotional.
Now batting, left fielder, Matthew.
I hugged my baritone after it was over. I was sad because it was the end of an era. It was sad I would say goodbye to my baritone friend. We were like family for what? I want to say 6 years, from 6th grade to senior year. Saying goodbye to my baritone after all of these years and never forgetting that moment as that's low ball 1. It was a tearful goodbye. It was emotional, but it was a goodbye I'll never forget. Found a way. And it just sunk in, you know. I didn't know what the future had in store for me. Ended up saying goodbye to school for good, and now look at what I've accomplished. Swinging a flat line drive to deep right field, and it is gone. Home run for Matthew Lugo, his 6th on the year. Comets leads down to 5-2 here in the 7th. First strike, so at least one of our homestands will have the Reno Aces before the All-Star break. We just don't know when we will have that 2-week homestand. More than likely, it'll either be early in the season or late in the season. Out of the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3, that one the 7th. 1 run, 1 hit, none left. We go to the 8th. Comets are up 5-2.
Now pitching.
22nd RBI for him. Brent Suter. Brett Suter, the new pitcher for the Bees. Against righties under 100, but 294 against lefties. 1 for 3 with a double for Zaire Hope here in game 1. As we start the 8th. Popped up. Right fielder's got it. Will make the catch. 1 away in the 8th. Got somebody warming up in the Comets bullpen.
Now batting, the first baseman, Matt.
Wonder if it's going to be the closer, Ben Kasparius. Of course, this roster is going to change a lot. You know, now that Seth Howerson, 15,191 I just saw. As there's a look at the Bees bullpen. This would be good for Reno's field. Just saying. Or the bullpens are out in left and right field. This would be good for Reno.
That's the ball.
So I got a fly ball that is caught. We may end up taking that fictional ballpark called Capitol Field. That would be probably where Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark would be. Ryan Fitzgerald on deck. That's ball 4.
Ryan Fitzgerald.
So the YouTuber will have your baseball coverage. We will have wrestling tonight, later tonight. That will be fun. We got Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. Challenge for the Comets. Remember, they have 1 challenge remaining. And it's overturned to ball 1, so they still have that challenge remaining. So we got Raw, NXT, SmackDown. The final of those before our big show coming up this weekend, which is SummerSlam. That will be tomorrow night, which is why we're playing this triple header now. If I have to... If I have to wait until I get up at 10, that's fine. We'll probably start the Albuquerque series swinging and a miss, strike 3.
Now batting.
2 away. We may start it Monday, the Albuquerque series, but we'll see. Got to figure out some time and dates for when that will be. I already told the YouTuber the series is to be determined. Probably to speed up the pace, we'll pick off and caught stealing. That's the inning. So none left for the Comets. No runs, no hits, none left. Bottom of the 8th, Comets are up 5-2.
Leading up for the Bees.
Tucker Flint 0 for 1 with a sack RBI today in game 1. Or it could be tomorrow. Or it could be probably tomorrow. Who knows? We will have to wait and see about that.
No, that's a ball.
It's ball 1. Ben Kasparius is warming up in the Comets bullpen along with Evan Phillips. So yes, the closer is warming up. Fouled away. Another foul ball. Once we find out your stuff, we'll visit OKCComets.com for details on the 2027 schedule.
Now batting, catcher Matt Nelson.
That will bring up Matthew Nelson. Fouled away. 0 for 2 tonight. So I hope you all enjoyed my little story about band camp.
No,
These will be the only 3 games we will have today, and that is the Comets. The plan for Albuquerque series, that's going to be up in the air, what I will do as far as that's concerned. My ball, and that ball is gone. Home run from Nelson, his second. It's 5-3 Comets here in the 8th. In a hitter-friendly environment, that lead is no longer safe. Good going. Fouled away. 0 for 3 today for Cavadas here in game 1. So for anyone asking why we did a triple header, it is because I got the WWE content I got to do tonight. 2 away here in the 8th.
Now batting.
That will be at 4 something. We will do Raw, NXT, and SmackDown before SummerSlam. The final ones before SummerSlam. My SummerSlam. Otherwise, I would have been doing them right now.
For Oklahoma City, number 59, Evan Phillips.
Evan Phillips. We'll probably do it first thing when I get up. Adam Frazier's up. So Evan Phillips trying to get at least the final out. Fly ball. And he does get the final out to end the inning. A run on a hit, no errors and none left. We head to the 9th. The Comets up 5-3 here in game 1. Second home run, 9th RBI for Nelson. 1 for 3 for Griffin Lockwood Powell.
Lockwood Powell.
Fouled away. You know, if the MLB players have a lockout, we'll still have Comets baseball for y'all. And drive right field, base hit.
The batter, the shortstop, Noah Miller.
Noah Miller right now. Out of the way. 2 for 3 tonight, or here in game 1. Ball 1. High ball 2. After this is over, we have our abbreviated Comets post-game report. Recap this game. Get you ready for game 2. There's 1 away in the 9th.
The batter, the second baseman, Austin Goff.
Want to finish this because if I get NBA 2K27 like 7 days early before the game is actually released, more than likely I'll be starting Thunder basketball, the preseason for Thunder basketball. We'll host a couple of preseason games, which would be nice. That's another reason why I want to finish the Comets stuff done. Get this one finished up. Out of the way. So even if the Comets don't make it, we got Thunder basketball coming up very much later in the fall. Got NFL content coming up in a couple of weeks. Very excited about that. Swinging a fly ball foul. So the more of these triple headers that I do on this channel for Comets baseball, the quicker I get the season finished. And do a lot of thank yous and saying so long, good night, yada, yada, yada. Ground ball. Second for one, throw to first in time to end the inning. A run's a hitting on left. Last chance for the Bees. Heading to the bottom of the ninth in game one. Comets lead 5-3. Very important for me to get this done. Want to get it done before September. That's why I'm going quickly on the pace of the games. Why I started a week early before the YouTuber did. And once I'm done, I'll be already now 2 series ahead of the YouTuber versus 1. 0 for 3, Donovan Walton, 2 strikeouts and a ground out tonight here in game 1. Like I said, the only reason why I'm finishing this series tonight, as I said, is because we have a big pay-per-view coming up this weekend, starting tomorrow. SummerSlam is tomorrow, and to make sure I'm prepared for SummerSlam, you're going to get SummerSlam tomorrow night instead of the Comets, which is why the Comets' 3 games of their series is tonight. On the way in the ninth.
Now batting, the third baseman, Jay Hurd.
Comets would need to win this so that way they don't get swept. Bees will win the season series, however. Since they won the first 3 games of the series, and since they took 5 of 6 from the Comets back in Oklahoma City, they will win the season series regardless of the final 3. What Comets can do is get a split. And the only time we'll head out to the Mountain Time Zone would be El Paso, the final series of the season. Fly ball. Dive cannot make the catch. Throw to nope, staying at first. Could not make the catch. That will be a base hit for the Bees. Now, Conspirius, can he get a ground out to end the game? That's a line drive to right field. That is off the wall, and that's a base hit. Rounding third and scoring, and throw is not in time. It's an RBI double for Campero. It's 5-4 Comets. Now the winning run is at the plate. Actually, correction, we have Air Force Falcons football, but that'll be, when that will be released, probably we'll do wrestling after SmackDown goes off the air, probably around 10 o'clock. And then we will, probably what we may end up doing. Ball 1. Got a lot of wrestling content coming up. Swing and a fly ball. That ball is gone. The Bees have won the game. They just let a big lead slip away. Off the batter's eye and gone. And the Bees have won this series. This is almost like what happened in real life with the Comets against the River Cats on this West Coast trip. 6-9-0 for the Bees, 5-11-0 for the Comets. Just unstinking believable. Led the entire game and let it slip away to a frustrating loss. Well, I did say no lead is safe in a hitter-friendly environment of the ballpark at American First Square. Well, that proved my theory. It's just frustration at its best. Unbelievable. 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors, 3 runners left on base for the Bees. 3 runs, 3 hits, none left, by the way. The Comets had 5 runs, 11 hits, no errors. 1, 2, 3, 5. They left 6 runners on base. Unbelievable. Winning pitcher was Brent Suter, who gave up that 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, retired all but 2 batters he faced. He goes to 2-0. Lone save on the loss to Ben Kasparius, 3 runs, 3 hits, no walks, no strikeouts. He will fall to 1-1, and there was no save. With the win, Salt Lake here in Game 1 improves to now 20-17 in the second half, 57-55, as they have been on a hot streak of late. The Comets, on the other hand, they have now lost 4 in a row. They are now 26-11 in the second half, 64-48. We'll go to Game 2 in just a minute, as looks like Will Smith is injured. We'll move him to the 10-day injured list. Well, that's not good for the Comets, if you ask me, or the Dodgers. Go ahead and save this. We'll go to Game 2 in just a second. That's got to be a frustrating loss for the Comets. For the Pacific Coast League, for the first batch of it, Albuquerque beat Sugar Land 10-6. Winning pitcher for the Isotopes, Brody Brecht, he's 2-2. Pearson Oli's 27 save. Spencer Arrighetti, the loss, he's 2-1, his first loss. Cesar Salazar, Shea Whitcomb homered for the Space Cowboys. Kellen Strong, Jack Winkler for Sugar Land, also had RBIs. Chad Stevens had 5 RBIs on a home run for the Isotopes. Cole Carrick, Drew Avens, Blaine Krim, Ryan Ritter also had RBIs for the Isotopes. Reno beat El Paso 2-1. Of course, El Paso won the first half, so they're irrelevant. Winning pitcher Grant Holman, he's 6-1. Derek Law, 7 save. Lost to go to Wandy Peralta, he's 2-3. Home run for Zach Evans for the Chihuahuas. AJ Vukovic, Jesus Valdez, RBIs for Reno. No home runs for the Aces. Round Rock beach Sacramento 9-1. That's big for the Round Rock Express because they were trying to chase down the Comets to get the second half title. Winning pitcher Jordan Montgomery, he's 2-0. The loss will go to John Michael Bertrand. He's 4-12. Home run for Justin Foscue for the Express. Jonah Bride, Sam Haggerty, Ezekiel Duran, Franier Chavez, and Anthony Gutierrez, who had RBIs for the Express. Nate Furman had the only RBI for the River Cats in the loss. Las Vegas beat Tacoma 5-2. Winning pitcher Ben Bowden, he's 7-4. Wander Sorero's 25th save. The loss went to Carlos Vargas, he's 1-3. RBIs for Luke Rayleigh and Colt Emerson for the Rainiers. Brendan Malone had the only home run for the Aviators and the entire game. Junior Perez, Clark Elliott, Shane McGuire for Las Vegas. Los Angeles Dodgers win against Arizona 11-5 as they begin that series. Winning pitcher Shohei Ohtani is 9-1. Taylor Clark, the loss, he's 2-7. That was at Chase Field. Home runs for Will Smith, his 18th home run, his 53rd on the year. Andy Paz has the 16th homer, 59th RBI. Home run for Freddie Freeman is 22nd and 69th on the year. Tommy Edman had an RBI. Kyle Tucker added an RBI. Shohei Ohtani now with 100 RBIs on the year. Ohtani, 1 run, 5 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts to get the win. As Taylor Clark, 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 walk, no strikeout. Nolan Arenado homered for the D-backs. Eldemar Vargas, Christian Robertson, James McCann, Gerardo Perdomo all had RBIs for the D-backs. Dodgers take on the D-backs in a little bit. Yoshinobu Yamamoto for the Dodgers. Colvin Burns for the D-backs out at Chase Field. AA Tulsa has now won 3 in a row after dropping the series opener. Winning pitcher Chris Campos is 4-1. JP France, the loss, he's 4-7. Home run for Zach Earhart, who had 5 RBIs for the Drillers. Sean McLean and Emil Morales had RBIs for the Drillers. Nick Frosto, who's no longer with the Dodgers, he's now with the Rockies in real life. 6 runs, 9 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. No decision for him. Campos retired all 3 batters he faced. Ryder Ryan a 1-2-3-9 to earn his 30th save. Alejandro Nunez, Tyler Whittaker, Will Bush, Trevor Austin, Josh Wakefield all had RBIs for the Hooks. No homers for Corpus Christi. Ethan Petco, 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. He did not factor in the decision. And JP France, no innings, 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 walk, no strikeout. Tulsa gets ready to play Corpus Christi in Game 2. Bryce Mayer for the Hooks, Jordan Weems for the Drillers. Now to game number 2, it's Mitch Ferris for the Bees. Comets will have River Ryan. As I'm going to hand it off to Ben Gelman. I will go over the jerseys. Comets are going to be wearing their road jerseys. OKC in horizontal blue letters on the left side, red numbers on the front, blue numbers on the back, gray pants, blue hats, light blue brims, with a bat C on the front. And Bees are in their home whites. Bees across the front in black scripted letters. Black numbers with yellow outline on the front and on the back. Black letters on the back. White pants, black hats, black brims with a Bees logo on the front. So there you go. So game 2, I'm going to hand it off to Ben Gilman while I go get some ice for my comp. Hopefully the ice machine will be working by now. As you get a look at the Ballpark in America First Square for game 2 of this series. There's a record 57-55. Go over your weather real quickly. It is 71 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Winds blowing out in the left field at 18 miles an hour. Mike Fillmore, Rusty Valentine, Jerry Hillsdale, Kenny Jensen are the umpires. Now I will hand it off to Ben Gilman for the play-by-play duties of Comets and Bees Game 2 of this triple header.
And the only prescription is more cowbell.
And now, your
First pitch coming at you right after the break. All right, first pitch coming up. And today's starting pitcher, Mitch Ferris. And he can really take hold of a game when he's out there. This season, he's struck out better than 10 batters per 9 innings. Strikeouts don't necessarily solve every problem, but they're one of the few things within a pitcher's control, and he does a good job of overwhelming hitters. We'll see how his stuff plays in this one. And we are underway.
First pitch, 6:35.
That catches the zone for a strike. Hard ground ball, base hit. Runner aboard on the leadoff single. Got the hitter down 0-2, but then put that pitch right over the middle, and he collected the single because of it. Damon Keith now at the plate. Runner at first, nobody out. Oh, 0-2, and the delivery. Got the batter swinging. Pulled the string on the changeup.
The third baseman, Alex.
And let's take a look at this lineup. Here's the pitch. Runner is on the go. Fly ball to right. And now 2 down.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, Ryan Fitzgerald.
Stepping in, Ryan Fitzgerald. Homered last night. Added another hit as well. Lifted in the air to left. Meckler gets there under it and makes the catch. They get a leadoff single, but leave the runner stranded. Midway in the first, no score. Welcome back. And on the hill today, River Ryan. You can see from the numbers that he's done a good job limiting opposing batters this season. They're hitting under 250 against him. It's not all about the strikeouts when you do that. You have to move your pitches around, mix speeds, and keep hitters off balance. He'll do well if he can execute like that in this one. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. The batter now, Wade Meckler.
Meckler.
The 0-1. Fouled back our way, and that's out of play. Some real heat there at 98 miles per hour.
Batting second, the second baseman, Adam.
All right, let's take a look at the lineup. One guy leading the way on offense for this team right now, Jeimer Candelario. In there, and it's 0-1. One out and the base is empty. Right through there for a strike. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Two quick outs in the bottom of the first this evening. Already establishing a potent rhythm, striking out the first 2 batters. It looks like these hitters are going to have their work cut out for him in this one. And now at the plate, Jeimer Candelario. He's started this frame with 7 straight strikes. We're in immaculate inning territory.
Ball one.
Now that the immaculate inning is off the table, he needs to focus up and attack to get this third out. That one ripped into right center. Should be extra bases. He makes the turn and digs for second base. And it's a two-out double. He did a nice job there on an upper 90s fastball. Read it well out of the pitcher's hand and put a nice swing on it. Fastball in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Nice job to get into scoring position with two out, and now he could come in on a base hit. I'm sure the cleanup hitter is thinking about how he can do just that. And he delivers. This one to right. That's pretty far back. That ends the inning. They strand one. We've played one inning, no score. The Comets at the plate here in the second inning.
Oklahoma City, the left fielder, Mike
Sirota, batting fifth today, and he's knocked in 8 runs over his last 10 games. Swing and a liner into right field. One away.
Batting sixth, the designated hitter, James Tibbs III.
Splits the middle. That's a strike. Strike one. Swing and a miss. That's a K. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second. Nobody on and 2 outs. And now it's going to be Griffin Lockwood Powell. 2 for 4 in the game last night. And takes low for ball one. Gets under it, pops it up. Walton under this one. Gets there, got it. We'll go to the bottom of the second, no score. Bottom of the inning,
Leading
stepping to the
for
plate for Salt
Bees,
Lake, Ryan
the
Nicholson.
first baseman, Ryan Nicholson.
Nope.
So we'll take another look on this catcher's challenge. And on further review, it was a strike. So they still have both challenges. The 0-1. And that's in for a strike. They're being a little too patient for their own good. Teams that hit well aren't usually this passive against fastballs in the zone. Struck out looking. And quickly one away in the second inning. Efficient work on the mound there.
Arrow.
The 0-1 offering. Breaking ball through there for a strike. His slider is absolutely hissing on its way home. 91 miles per hour. Pretty impressive. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and pasted to deep right. He got every stitch of that ball, and it is out of here. Well, that'll fire up the home crowd, and they jump out front. It's 1-0. You knew right off the bat that ball was headed out of here. What a rocket. That one was in doubt all the way to the end. He hammered it down the line, but it wasn't clear whether it'd be fair or foul. Once it clanged off the pole, he got to smile and round the bases. Coming up now to the dish for Salt Lake, Donovan Walton. Looking to rebound today, put up an 0 for 4 last night. 1 run in the inning so far. Bottom half of the second inning. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. That pitcher should be thanking his lucky stars after hanging that changeup. He knows he got away with one. And here's the 0-2. Just misses with that one. What a take with 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Out number 2.
In, the center fielder, Elijah Gunnar.
Stops it on a slide to first. Nicely done for the out. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's an early 1-0 lead. All set for the start of this inning. Coming up to the dish for Oklahoma City, Noah Miller.
Aye.
And there's a ball. Here's the 1-2 offering. Soft contact in the air, and it stays fair. Runner on base to start the inning.
Batting 9, the right fielder, Kendall George.
Ball, that's off the plate.
One 0 pitch. There goes the runner. He swings and fouls one off. Nobody out and a runner at first.
Runner, yes,
Runner
yes.
going again. And a base hit. Lead runner turns at second. Runners at the corners now. Nobody out. Back-to-back singles, passing the baton. That's an absolute shot off the bat at 109 miles per hour. Clearly locked in on that swing. Now at the plate, Austin Gauthier. The pitch gets away. George up to second, but the runner at third holds. So now both runners in scoring position. This is not how they wanted the inning to go, and that ball in the dirt just compounded matters. Now there are runners at second and third with nobody out, and a base hit can bring in both of them. Miller on third. George at second, no outs. And another ball. With first base open, he doesn't have to really attack this hitter the way he would if the bases were loaded. Next pitch in for a strike. We're here in the top half of the third. Runners at second and third, nobody out. And that's a little bit high. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. That's some great arm action from him to sell the changeup. Still a full count after the foul ball. Now the payoff pitch. And that'll load the bases.
The batter, the center fielder, Damon Key.
Sliced hard, but foul. Bases loaded and nobody out, so the hitter is turning the screws on the pitcher. Make him beat you, or wait for him to serve up a meatball. On 0-1, the delivery. Foul ball there. Serious jam with the bases loaded and nobody out. He's gunning for the strikeout first, and then he needs to try and get a grounder for the in the air to left. The throw home, but it's offline. The run will score. He executed the sac fly with the bases loaded and no outs. Kept the line moving, and maybe the next hitters can knock in more runs. Stepping to the plate for Oklahoma City, Alex Freeland. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Now that he's gotten ahead in the count, he needs to attack and finish off this hitter. On the ground to the left, and it stays fair. Coming around third. Runner scores, and they take the lead. Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. Great bat control there. Slapped it down the third base line and kept it fair. That's clean hitting. Hey. This one is labeled. Looks like extra bases. One run is in. Coming to the plate. Also in to score. In there safely. Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. That one had an exit velocity of 105 miles per hour. Anytime you hit one that hard, you're shocked if you don't wind up with a hit. Here's the left fielder, Mike Sirota. 0 for 1 so far.
Outside, that's a ball.
One and 0, here's the pitch. That one misses low. This patient approach he's showing is part of why he's been so hot lately. He's forcing pitchers to come to areas where he can do damage. And that drops in for a strike. That's a sneaky pitch right there, down 2-0. A lot of hitters will sit fastball in that count, so a changeup can be extra effective. Looked like he was sitting off speed fouling that fastball back. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Ground ball to first. Now 2 away, and they get a run across.
Now batting, designated hitter, James Tibbs III.
On the ground to the right side. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. But they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. But they take the lead thanks to a 5-run inning. Moving on now to the home half of the third inning. The Comets lead it 5-1. Bottom of the inning,
Leading
digging in for the Bees, Zach Humphreys.
Zach Humphreys.
Nope. Ball one.
And that one is in the dirt. Gets that fastball by the swing upstairs. High fastball with an outstanding spin rate. That's really tough to hit. Just missed.
That's inside.
Out towards left center. Sirota moving under this one. One up, one down.
Now batting, the left fielder, Wade Meckler.
Way upstairs. I know he missed the zone, but that thing was hissing as it came home. Always fun seeing a pitcher break triple digits. And a pop-up in foul territory on the right side. Fitzgerald under it. And makes the catch. Batter probably wants a mulligan after that swing. That one was right down the pipe. The kind of pitch hitters dream about. Here's the second baseman, Adam Frazier. 3-pitch strikeout in the last AB. Will definitely want to do better this time. And a strike burns through at triple digits. Line drive. And base hit. That keeps the inning going. A hard liner into the gap like that shows you that everything is working really well with your swing. Pretty tough to have that kind of contact if you're not executing well in all phases. Laser to third, but handled well. That ends the inning. One runner left aboard. They're down by a score of 5-1. Top four with the Comets at the dish.
Oklahoma City, the catcher, Griffin Lockwood Powell.
Ball, that's
Activity
low.
in the bullpen. Angel Perdomo, the left-hander, up and throwing. In the air, right field. Can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Great contact off the bat, but it sliced just a bit too much. Probably cost them an extra base hit. Here's the 1-1. That one fouled off. And 1-2. Base hit. And the leadoff hitter aboard.
Now batting, shortstop, Noah Miller.
Grounds this one to the right side. Fires to second. That is a terrific double play. That's a very difficult double play to turn, especially because the first baseman has to display. The infielders did a really nice job there. 2 away here, nobody on. Next up for the Comets, Kendall George. Line drive to right. Tracks it down for the out. We're midway through the fourth. Oklahoma City on top, 5-1. Welcome back. The
Leading
B's
off
at the dish
for
in the bottom of the
B's,
fourth.
The designated hitter, Nico.
The original Salt
Nevada.
Lake City Bees played until 1926 before they moved to Hollywood, and then 10 years later became the original San Diego Padres, who had a star player in local boy Ted Williams. That's a strike across the top of the zone. And the count 1-2. So he got ahead 0-2, but way off the mark with the heater. At the plate, he sees that the pitcher wants to use the fastball to punch him out. He needs to be ready and not get beat. That's towards center. Keith coming on. Gets there. Got it.
Now batting, first baseman, Ryan Nicholson.
Ball one.
One out and the base is empty.
Yeah!
And
Oh,
that's
that's out.
outside. And that's
Ball
too
three.
high. Pretty unusual seeing him fall behind in the count like this. He could give up his first walk here. Wallops this one out towards right center. That one hops against the fence. And into second with one away. That's a double. Couldn't
Now
have timed it
batting,
up
right
any
fielder,
better than that. He was
Gustavo.
right on top of that pitch. Jumped off the bat,
Arrow.
and the double was a pretty clear possibility right away. Might be a chance for them to start working their way back into this thing. Now it's the switch-hitting outfielder, Gustavo Campero. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer the first time at bat. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that drops in for a strike. One out with a runner at second. This one lifted to center field. Keith in position. And makes the catch.
The batter, number 8, shortstop, Donovan Walton.
Crushes this one to right, and you can just tell that one goodbye. It is long gone. Wastes no time on this one. Home run number 10 on the year, and they cut into the lead. It's 5-3. He had some headwinds to deal with on that one, but he got enough behind it to push it over the fence. That is a great swing. That swing had the right launch angle to make a difference, and they're back within shouting distance now with momentum on their side. So 2 down. At the plate, Elijah Dunham rolled out to second in the first AB.
Ball one.
The 1-0 pitch. Fouled off left side. Two outs and nobody aboard. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2. In the air to left. And that'll wrap this inning up. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 5-3 ball game. We're in the top half of the
Leading off
fifth.
for
Digging in
Oklahoma
for the
City,
Comets,
the second
Austin
baseman,
Gauthier.
Austin Gauthier.
Gauthier, 26 years old. He's been unconscious at the plate, hitting better than .350 in his last 10 games.
Ball one.
This one's smoked out to left. And there's one down.
The batter, the center fielder, Damon Key.
Right side, hard hit. Throw to first in time.
Now batting, third baseman, Alex.
So 2 out.
Freeland.
Now a chance for Alex Freeland. 1 for 2.
Hey!
Fights that one away. The count remains 0-2. Ground ball right side. Nice grab. Throw to the pitcher, and that is a great play for the out. 3 up, 3 down here. Bottom half of the 5th,
Leading
and the
off
Bees
for the
batting.
Bees, the catcher, Zach Humphrey.
Just missed. And
That's
that
a
one
ball.
is inside. That looked like a strike to me, as we'll get a challenge. And that one did find the zone. They'll keep both their challenges. One, 2 now. Ground ball up the middle. What a stop. Throw to first, and very nicely done for the out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Wade Meckler.
That one ripped, but foul. Oh, and 2, here's the pitch. Bash down the right side, but foul. And again on 0 and 2. Punches that one away with 2 strikes. Breaking ball inside. And the count 1 and 2. Oklahoma City leading by 2. Bottom half of the 5th. Fouls it off, still 1 and 2. Swing and a rocket. It's back there. And he makes an incredible
Now
catch.
batting,
Wow.
the second baseman,
What
Adam
an effort he put in on that play.
Frazier.
Covered a ton of ground and saved extra bases with the catch. On the mound, he might want to take a second before throwing this next pitch to give him a break. Frazier in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. 2 outs, bases empty. That one is absolutely pummeled. Brings it in at the wall. They're set down in order.
pitching for
So a
the
lefty
Bees,
out of the pen,
number
Angel
32,
Perdomo. This game is still
Angel.
pretty tight, so he has to give the
Perdomo.
bats a chance and keep it close. No mistake pitches. Oh, 1 now. And that one fouled off. 0-2 now. It's
That's a
ball 1.
ball.
Up and
That's
in.
ball 2.
And that's ball 2. And a challenge from behind the dish. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. They've only got one challenge remaining. And we're all even up. Keeps the AB going with the foul ball. Seemed to be sitting on the fastball there. Good job to adjust and fight off the breaking ball. Gets a piece, stays alive. Bash down the right side, but foul. Once again on 2-2. And that one is foul. We'll try again. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. That's a strikeout looking. One out as they get the leadoff hitter here in the 6th. Didn't seem like that one found the zone. Here's the challenge. Sharp eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. Still 2 challenges left for him. And now the full count offering. This one ripped but foul to the right. The 3-2 pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And the 3-2 offering. Swing lifted to left field. Meckler under it. Gets there. Got it.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 8, Mike Sirota.
Nobody on with one out. And here at the plate, Mike Sirota. Popped up. Frazier under it. And makes the catch.
Now batting, the designated hitter, James Tibbs III.
Bash down the right side, but foul. 2 outs, bases empty. Swings and misses. And that's a 1-2-3 inning. We move on to the bottom of inning number 6. Oklahoma City with the lead, 5-3. We'll move on to the bottom of the 6th. Now up, Jamer Candelario.
Number 3, Jamer Candelario.
Nope.
Movement in the bullpen. Evan Phillips preparing to come on if needed. Trinan warming up as well. Here comes the 1-0. Smoke to shortstop, but caught. Might need a little more backspin
Now
if you're going to
back,
get a hit
the
on that
designated
swing.
hitter,
Needed a bit
Nico
more air under it to get to a safe distance.
Hey!
The Bees down by a pair here in the bottom of the 6th. A little out front there, swings through it. Battling here, fouls it away. Now here's the 0-2. Sliced hard, but foul. 1 out and the base is empty. That misses the zone. Ball 1. That's inside.
Inside.
Pitch
Nope,
misses.
outside.
3 balls, 2 strikes. And it's foul, and the at-bat keeps going. Bash down the right side, but foul. 3-2, 1 out with the bases empty. Hit hard, but foul off to the left. These two are putting on quite a show in this battle. 5 foul balls already in this AB. Pretty amazing.
Ball.
And that is going to bring the tying run to the
Now
plate.
batting,
It definitely
the
wasn't
first baseman.
easy, but
Yeah.
earned the walk after a long at bat. Pretty close, but it was a ball. That knocks him down to 1 challenge left. Stepping to the plate for Salt Lake, Ryan Nicholson.
That's out.
The Bees with the tying run at the dish. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 2. That was gas down the middle, but the swing was still late. Might have to start the hands a little early. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Some high cheese for strike 3. Good location on that heater, top of the zone. That's the modern approach with the fastball, trying to get good ride on it. Swing wasn't on time, but tough to get good contact on it, even if it had been.
Hey!
Cavadas, the runner at first with 2 out. Swings and fouls it off, and he'll need a new bat. A laser into the outfield. And that is out number 3. 1 runner left stranded. Still down 5-3. We go to the top of
Leading
the
off
7th.
for
Griffin
Oklahoma
Lockwood
City,
Powell
the catcher,
digs in now.
Griffin Lockwood Powell.
Off
Just
the plate,
missed.
ball 1.
The lefty readies. Here's the 1-1.
Ball 2.
Top of the
Hey,
zone, and it's
2.
called a strike. With the way he's operating up in the zone, these hitters need to adjust. They can't get outside their mechanics, though. Got to stay on top of the ball and try to line it into the outfield. The 2-2. Pop up on the right side of the infield. Frazier settles underneath it. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, the shortstop, Noah Miller.
Grounds this one to short. Whips it to first in time. 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Kendall.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Angel Perdomo won't go any further, and as the starter heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for
left-hander out of the bullpen, Taylor Saucedo. Coming into a game trailing by a small margin, and so his job will be to keep it within reach for the offense. And now the right fielder, Kendall George. What a profile he's got at the plate with strong contact and power ability, but he's devoted to preparation too. This afternoon was no exception. He's always ready to go when first pitch comes. Takes it to the bag, and that'll do it. It's a 1-2-3 inning.
Now pitching for
So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Evan Phillips, a real strike thrower on the mound. Excellent job of avoiding walks so far this year.
Leading up for the Bees, the shortstop, Donovan Walton.
Ball 1.
Puts it in the air to center. Keith moving under it. Gets there. Got it.
Now batting, center fielder, Elijah.
And now, Elijah Dunham. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. The 0-1. Out to center. 2 down.
Now batting, the catcher, Zach Humphrey.
Ball.
And he swings and lofts one to deep center. This one's back there. Feeling for the wall, makes the catch. Not much going on for the offense that time. We're at the end of 7. Oklahoma City ahead in this game, 5-3. We go to the 8th. Austin Gauthier getting ready to hit.
Baseman, Austin Gauthier.
Swing, ground ball out to short. Fires over to first. And that's one away. The leadoff hitter retired in the 8th.
Now batting, the center fielder, Damon Key.
Nope.
Action
Ball
in the
1.
pen down there. Hunter Strickland, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Here's the 1-0 offering. A frozen rope into right, and that's a base hit. So they get a runner on with a 1-out single. Pretty clear he got exactly what he was looking for right there. That one might as well have been placed on a tee right down the middle, a hitter's dream and a pitcher's nightmare. Now, Alex Freeland. That one in there. It's 0-1. And a curve drops in for a strike. Ground ball could be 2. On to second, they get 1. On to first, double play, and that's the inning. 1 hit in the inning, but that's all they got. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Oklahoma City with the lead, 5-3. All set for the bottom of the 8th. Wade Meckler now at the plate.
Wade Meckler.
Sinker gets the bottom of the zone. That's a strike. Meanwhile, some activity in the bullpen. Ben Kasparius, the closer, getting loose to finish this one off. Right side. Whips it to first in time. And there's one away. Couple of pitches, a quick out. That'll work.
Adam Frazier.
That's a ball.
Swings and sends a laser to right. And a couple of quick outs. And he was all over that heater. A grain or two lower on the ball, and it's still flying. He's got to jog around the bases. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, looks ready to make the move. Evan Phillips done for the night. The starter heads off, and we'll step aside for just a minute. Back with a new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for
so they turn things over to the righty, Blake Trinan. Being eased into the game here with the bases empty. Next up for the Bees, Jeimer Candelario, 1 for 3. Late on that fastball. Trinan, 37 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2011. Strike 2. Hard on the ground to first. Takes it to the bag, and that'll do it. 9th inning coming up. Oklahoma City have the edge, 5-3.
Now pitching for
now a right-handed arm out of the bullpen,
60,
Hunter Strickland.
Hunter.
One thing to bear in mind, not a lot of homers surrendered this season. That is always valuable in a relief arm.
Leading off for Oklahoma City, the first baseman, Ryan Fitzgerald.
That's a slider for a strike. That one ripped, but foul. 0-2, rocks and fires. Ball 1 there.
Inside, ball 1.
Wise to take that slider down and in. Very difficult to square that up. And now the 1-2. And a ground ball to first. And it goes just foul. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Leadoff hitter retired here in the ninth. That's one he'd like to have back, a mid-90s fastball in a hittable location. One out and the bases are empty. And the next batter, Mike Sirota. Bunting for a hit. The tag at third, and he is out.
That's outside.
Two down and nobody aboard here in the top of the ninth. Close but ruled a ball. And we're getting an ABS challenge from behind the dish. And it's a called strike after the review. They'll keep their remaining challenge. One and one. Here's the pitch. Swing and a base hit. A two-out knock, and it keeps the inning alive. Back-to-back base hits. Great job to step through that and line it the other way for a knock. That's the kind of thing hitters work on consistently, and he's turning that work into in-game success. Next to hit, Griffin Lockwood Powell. Pitch misses inside. 1-0. Tibbs leading off first with two away. Swings and misses. And the count 1-2. Struck the batter out without a swing. Strike three called on a slider at the knees. One left on base, and it's still a 5-3 ball game.
Now pitching for
We're back,
Oklahoma
and
City,
on the mound is the
number
closer,
78,
Ben Kasparius. And he's looking to find his way out of a skid as he's recorded blown saves in his last two appearances. This is a chance to put that in the rear view.
Leading off for the Bees, the designated hitter, Nico Cavada.
That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike. That one in the dirt. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And the leadoff batter set down here in the ninth. Next to hit, Ryan Nicholson.
First baseman, Ryan Nicholson.
Hey.
You're in the bottom of the ninth inning, one out.
Nope.
And now
That's
2-1.
2.
Breaks his bat and pops him up. That's out number 2.
Now batting, right fielder, Gustavo Campero.
Here comes the 0-1. And he grounds it to the right side. And that's the ball game. A 5-3 final in this one. Thanks for dropping by and joining me and our wonderful crew here on the show. I'm Ben Gelman. Talk to you soon.
Thank you, Ben Gilman, for taking over the play-by-play while I'm still trying to get NR 2003 situated, which I've now come to another problem, which I'll deal with that later. So the Comets finally get a win for once, so that's good. We'll see if they can go 2 in a row in the series finale. Final number is 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors. 1, 2, 3 runners left for the Comets. So 590, 3 runners. 1, 2, 3. 3 also left on for the Bees. Winning pitcher, River Ryan, with 6 innings, 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. He's 11-4. Ben Conspiris, a 1-2-3 ninth in his 28th save. The loss will go to Mitch Ferris, 5 runs, 6 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. He's 2-4 as far as that is concerned. With the win, the Comets are 65-48. They're 27-11. The Bees had a 4-game winning streak come to an end. They fall to 57-56. And they are, if I go back to my channel, what was their record in this, got to figure out another issue with my NR. Let's see. They are, okay. So they would fall to 20-18 the second half, 57-56. We're going to wrap this up and just do this part. We'll be back for Game 3 at 11 a.m. with Nick Nastrini and Robert Stevens, our starters from Tuesday. And then we'll just wrap it up from there. So we'll do that. It'll be an 11 a.m. start. It'll be our Tuesday starters, which will be back on the air at 11 a.m. Around the rest of the Pacific Coast League, as we wrap up this double, we'll just do a double header. Sugarland beat Albuquerque 5-3. Winning pitcher for the Space Cowboys was Enyel de los Santos. He's 7-6. AG Blue Box 38 save. Loss will go to Evan Justice. He's 5-5. Bryce Matthews had a 2-run homer for the Space Cowboys. Thomas Seiko Jr. had Joe RBIs, and Jack Winkler had an RBI for Sugarland. Chris Bryan had a home run for the Isotopes, and Caleb Hobson had an RBI for Albuquerque. Reno beat El Paso 2-1. Winning pitcher was Derek Law. He's 3-2. The loss went to Bradley Rodriguez. He's 5-4. There was no save. RBI double for RBI single for Bryce Johnson. No home runs for El Paso or Reno at Greater Nevada Field. Jose Fernandez, Drew Jones had RBIs for Reno in the contest. Round Rock shut out Sacramento 2-0. Winning pitcher for the Express was Carl Quintrelli, 7-8. Alexis Diaz's 5th save. The loss went to Gregory Santos. He's 1-4. The only run scored for the Express, RBI double for Aaron Zavala, and Jose Herrera had an home run for the Express. Las Vegas beat Tacoma 4-3, trying to force a split for Game 3 you'll see later today. Brooke Christie got the win, improves to 4-6. The loss will go to Casey Laguma's 1-4. There was no save. No home runs for Tacoma. Miles Mastrobone, Rylan Thomas, and Johnny Peralta had RBIs for the Rainiers. Brett Harris had a 2-run homer for the Aviators. Carlos Cortez, Shane McGuire had RBIs for Las Vegas. Los Angeles Dodgers dropped to the Arizona Diamondbacks 3-2. Corbin Burns got the win, improves to 7-8. Or no, 7-6, excuse me. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, the loss, he's 13-5. Home run RBIs for Mookie Betts is 59th. Dalton Rushing's 9th RBI. 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts for Yamamoto. Gerardo Perdomo, Ketel Marte had home runs for the D-backs. 16th for Perdomo, 27th for Marte, 41st and 76 RBIs respectively. Gabriel Moreno had an RBI for Arizona. Colin Burns, 1 run, 3 hits, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. Andrew Cialfranco, 1 run, 3 hits, no walks, no strikeouts, but got the save nevertheless. In the game, Dodgers will try to finish their road trip tomorrow before they have a 7-game homestand coming up on Monday. Tyler Glasnow for the Dodgers taking on Brian Nelson of the D-backs at Chase Field in downtown Phoenix. AA Tulsa getting shut out by Corpus Christi 2-0. Bryce Mayer gets his first win. He's 1-3. Jordan Weems the loss. He's He is 6-9. Oh, that number. Dang. Jordan Weems, 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, got the loss. Riley Uro, Will Bush homered for the Hooks, the only run scored for them. 5 scoreless innings, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Trey Dombrisky, despite retiring all but 2 batters he faced to earn his 6th save on the year. Tulsa will wrap up their deal. It'll be Adam Sawinski for the Drillers, Miguel Udola for the Hooks as they finish up that series. We invite you to join us later today at 11 a.m. We finish this series up between the Comets and the Bees. Back to our Tuesday starters. It'll be, it was supposed to be Sam Aldergetty, but he did not. As I'm trying to think, it's like he did not, as I'm looking to see if he pitched. Looks like he got called up, I would say. So Sam Aldergetty, who started, it looks like he was called up by the Bees. So he would normally be the series finale person, but he got called up by the Bees. So there is somebody that will take his place. That will be Robert Stevens. No record, no ERA. Nick Nastrini looking to bounce back from a tough loss on Tuesday, 3-7, a 5.58 ERA. We'll be back on the air at 11 a.m. We'll have your starting lineups at 11:02 and first pitch at 11:05 as far as that is concerned. Recapping the first part of our triple header in Game 1, it was the Salt Lake Bees 6, the Oklahoma City Comets 5. 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Bees. 5 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for the Comets. Winning pitcher was Brent Suter. He's 2-0. The loss goes to Ben Kasparius. His first loss, he's 1-1. And Comets winners 5-3 in Game 2 for right now. Winning 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Comets. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Bees. Winning pitcher River Ryan, he is 11-4. Ben Kasparius is 28 save. The loss went to Mitch Ferris. He's 2-4. Comets are 27-11 in the in the second half. They're 65-48. The Bees are 20-18 in the second half, 57-56. We'll talk to you guys later today at 11 a.m. For now, our studio engineer, the YouTuber, Dana Vols. For now, good night from Salt Lake at the ballpark in America First Square. Coming up next, it's your local news in progress. You have been listening to OKC Comets Baseball and the World Racing Association's Multimedia Network. We will see you all at 11 a.m. Central Time.